Hello everyone, you are listening to Walk in Truth Radio with Pastor Jay. Please keep tuning in every day for an encouraging word. Have a blessed day, everyone.
Hello, this is Pastor Jay with Walk in Truth Radio Podcast with your encouraging word for today. It's about being focused on your future and not being a coward. You know, since I'm in the church realm and I'm a pastor and I watch so many different philosophies come through the body of Christ, one of the philosophies that I cannot stand is this false humility so you could be a coward. I'm going to say it again. False humility so you can be a coward. Too many times we need to address what's really going on in our life and in our church and in ourselves. And what we do is take this false sense of humility in order not to deal with the elephant in the room, the giant at the door, and the bull in the china cabinet. That's just not biblical. That is not humility. What that is your inability to deal with things and take the bull by the horns that God has ordained you to and understand and fight. Sometimes you have to fight. Why would you put on the full armor of God and not understand that you're in a fight? And the biggest fight is not to be scared and not to be a coward. In Joshua, the first thing God told Joshua was, don't be afraid, be of courage, and go. But first you have to come before you go. And what I mean by that is you need to come into the body of Christ and come learn something before you decide to put on the armor and go fight. Some of you just know just enough to be dangerous. It's almost like Barney Fife and Andy Griffith. Gave you one bullet, and that's really all you need, because even with that one bullet, you might shoot your foot off. Because you're a coward. You're not humble. Talking about, well, God's going to take care of it. And the elephant's in the room. And the elephant's still sitting there. And that's how church abuse gets started. That false sense of don't say anything. I tell you how it manifests itself. When you're dealing with a situation, you go to leadership and you present yourself before the leader. And I've been in a situation where I watched this happen. And the leader says, it's not what you do. It's not what they do to you, but it's what you do to them. What does that mean? So that means you allow the victimizer to continue to do what they do while you sit there and take it on the chin, get kicked in the butt, and get sat on by the elephant. No. False humility is not a virtue of God, because behind it is simple, fleshly cowardness. So why I want to encourage you today, I'm talking to you. Stand up, be heard, be courageous. Yes, go to God before you say anything, but if it's a good and just cause and it brings about harmony in the church through friction, do so. We're not talking about the scripture of the person trying to deceive and divide the church. That's one thing. But because the church is made of many people, Jew, Gentile, Greek, barbarian, there's going to be frictions because they come from different philosophies. But when it comes to dealing with stuff, straight up, things that will harm and hinder and hurt the body of Christ, including yourself, you need to confront it head on. First with prayer, and then get up off your knees and get to work and fight the good fight of faith. This is Pastor Jay with the Walk in Truth Radio Podcast. I always want you to be encouraged to be blessed. Stay tuned for Real Talk Weekend, where we're going to talk more about domestic violence and, in particular, church abuse and hurt. Peace. Hello, this is Pastor Jay. I'm excited to invite you to come over to listen to our broadcast on YouTube. Yes, Walk in True Christian Fellowship Church on YouTube. We have some great videos over there, and you'll be able to listen to all the lessons and the podcast. So again, subscribe, like, and continue to comment and listen. This is Pastor Jay. Talk to you later. Peace.